Hey guys, Opeth09 from bodybuilding.com, training some back with my training partner, TheeDieselBeast, aka Yoder, right here, doing some dumbbell rows, 15 reps each side with the 110s. Started the day off with 3 sets of pull-ups, body weight by failure for 3 sets, just trying to get the lats warmed up, get them a little pumped up before we start doing the heavier stuff. Of course, I did some lighter sets before hitting the 110s here, but like I said, trying to keep the form pretty strict, trying to pull with mainly my back. I do have a little bit of, some hip drive here, but it's whatever. I'm feeling it all in my back. And here's Yod, aka Diesel, as you can tell by his shirt there. Going big or going home. But mainly, this was probably set number 4 or 5, I think, of dumbbell rows. Did some lighter sets, and then, like I said, went a little heavier. On the lighter sets, our form's a little better. Then you get a little heavier, and the form kind of dies down a little bit. But the main thing is we're feeling it in our backs, and we're not just throwing weights around. Here's one of my favorite exercises for back. I really love back. Everything's pretty much my favorite, I won't lie. But this is a great exercise because you can go pretty heavy. You don't have to worry about stabilizing yourself. With dumbbell rows, you got to prop yourself up and keep your back arched so you don't hurt yourself. With this, you don't have to worry about that. There's a nice little pad. Stabilize your chest on it. Boom. Basically, the principle is still the same. Trying to pull with your back, not trying to swing the weight back and forth. You can see my lats are engaged here. Maybe towards the end of the set, once you start getting a little tired out, you swing a little bit just to get a couple extra reps. But the main thing is feeling it in your back. When I do my back exercises, I really try to focus on pulling with my lats and using my arms as hooks, so to speak. We'll watch TheeDieselBeast here. Well, you see, the idea here is to use your arms as hooks, so you can use your lats. And when you get to the top, right when he brings the weight to his chest area, squeeze the lats. I'm not saying you have to squeeze for a second or anything ridiculous, but just a fraction of a second. My weight messed up here. The back of the bar came up off the wall. So take 2. Anyway, even if it's just a fraction of a second, you're feeling it in your back. If you're feeling it all in your biceps or anywhere but your back, then good chance you're going too heavy or your form's not up to par. Now here's a great exercise that I think a lot of people do incorrectly. Lat pulldown is essentially like doing a pull-up. Now I know a lot of people hate it and they're like, oh, pull-up's better, blah blah. Well, you get to the end of a workout, and if your lats are dead, drop set here. Did a drop set for these lat pull-downs, but your back's dead. It's pumped. You tell me how many pull-ups you're going to get with good form at the end of a workout. That's why you put some lat pull-downs at the end. Get some good reps in, maybe even a drop set. But the premise is still the same. You bring the bar down, squeeze for a fraction of a second. You can see that I do get a little bit of a squeeze there at the bottom. It might only be a half a second, but it's enough for my lats to get a squeeze, get a contraction, get some blood in there. Then you control the weight on the way back up. Your back's not really getting a rest for the most part. It's getting a little stretch at the top, maybe a little bit of a break, but it's still engaged. And like I said, did a drop set here. Drop to a lighter weight and even try to emphasize the squeeze at the bottom even a little more. I've had a lot of success with my back training just by going light and high reps and good squeezes, not just throwing weight around. Now here is a weight an exercise where you might be able to argue that I'm throwing some weights around. This is 405 for some shrugs. Typically we like to do a little strip set, but my traps are a little sore from last session and deadlifts the other day, so I decided to rep 405 out. And I ended up getting 50 today. And by the time I got to 30, I could definitely feel the burn. By the time I got to 40, I literally felt like my traps were gonna rip and my shoulders were gonna fall off. But you know, that's what it's all about. If you want to get big, you gotta do big things. And here's Diesel. He decided to do a strip set, 405 to 315 to 225 to 135. Some people advocate for shrugs like a weight that you can do for good form. Gotta squeeze the top for a second, and 8 to 10 rep range or whatever. I found that doing the heaviest weight possible and freaking just trying to shrug it has yielded me results. And maybe that won't work for you, or maybe it will. If you've been doing the strict form lightweight for a while and you're not seeing any results for traps, maybe give this a try. I'm not saying throw on a shit ton of weight and end up hurting yourself, but be smart with your training, but train hard. Train insane, remain the same, right, fellas? This is Opeth09 signing out.
Enjoy